I just got warned by StreamYard. It said you're not scheduled to go live until 9:45, but you can start early if you want to, and I do. So let me see here. Let's go. I do want to, so we will. Let's see. Who do we got? Who do we got on? Let me actually see something here, guys. Let's go to. Let's go with the. Let's share some screen right now. What we're gonna do. Just share a little screen. All right. So we're gonna share that one. Boom. And then what we need to do here is go to Collector Arthouse page. And is this live? Oh, look at that. All right, so here's the deal. Three people paying attention to this. What happened here is Zuckerberg apparently 2 days ago, right before his shitty stock tanked today, he changed the API protocols and I can no longer stream to, I guess, let me see. I might not be able to stream to the community group. So if you go to the Facebook community group, yeah, there's nothing. No live action. So it used to be from StreamYard and these other platforms, OBS, whatever you use, you could multicast to all these places. So I go live from StreamYard and it goes to YouTube. It would go to the Facebook group, the Facebook community group, and then it would go to the Collector Arthouse page. There's a Collector Arthouse page, all right? So you go to the Facebook, and then you go to Collector Arthouse, not the group. There's a Collector Arthouse group. Don't go there. I mean, you should join there, because that's where I announce breaks and things like that. But there's a Collector Arthouse page, games and toys. Toys like Sorcery. So you go to Collector Arthouse, Games and Toys, and there's 112 followers. It's not as good as 4,000 in my community group, but hey, what's the difference, Zuck? You freaking scumbag. So I go to the page, and all of a sudden I'm live right here. Let's click on this. Look. You click the dragon, you got live action. Oh, we got live action. All right, so let me mute this. Hello?
Hello.
Sophie, what are you doing? You're supposed to be sleeping with mommy.
Daddy, I want to eat.
What do you want to eat?
I want bar.
A bar?
Yeah.
All right. I got to get a bar. I'll be right back. All right, let's get a bar. Come on.
I get a bar.
14 people doing nothing. She got the bar. The bar has been delivered. So what you need to do, I'm lucky no one DM'd me here. If you guys could please do yourselves a favor and go to this Collector Arthouse page. Liked by 83 whole people and 112 followers. All right. Let's see what notifications we got here. David Brickick. Oh, shit. I already gave her the bar. Who's there? We got live action. All right. No big deal. We still got 17 minutes to kill. Let's see who's around here. Mike Pelly. Filthy Casual. John Ka. Shadow Cloud. Grendel's Gallery. Bino. John Ka. Shadow Cloud. What do you guys want to talk about here? So John says, looks like TC is out of pre-orders for Arthurian Legends. Maybe this signals a shift away from a single main point to get boxes from. Well, I don't think so. I think what happened was they had a deal with Eric's Curiosa for a massive quantity of product. And it's not clear, you know, they did a, they have like some kind of YouTube, they do YouTube lives too, right? And they were talking about it, and they said like they believed in the game, you know, they went in heavy early on, and they bought a lot, you know. It's not clear if there was like an agreement for the company to kind of backstop it, or if they just went out on a limb and ordered a massive quantity. I think they said they ordered more than the entire continent of Europe. They said they had more supply than Europe. So it lasted a long time, guys, and now it's gone. But yeah, I don't think that signals a shift away from product. Everybody's out of product. The main distributors have been out for ages. And yeah, TC just ran out. But let's go to, while we're here on Facebook, let's go to the community group. And wait a second here. What is that? Yeah. All right. Try not to get distracted. So what happened was this picture emerged. Did you guys see this? All right, let me get rid of John's thing. So the Blink Zard, as they call it. Look at this. This is the Beta Blizzard. The Beta Blink. It used to have the Blizzard game mechanic. But now this card has emerged from Asia. He says, interesting to note, it does seem the Beta Foil Blink print error has been corrected in a new wave of beta print. This is unofficial. This is just a guy on the interweb saying this. So he's saying he thinks it's a new wave, and it has been spotted in regions across Asia. Begs the question, what is the new print run compared to the first wave? So, again, unofficial. This is not an official new wave per se. We don't know much. We just know this card has emerged on the internet. Will there be cards with different differences? Picture taken from Discord. So, someone on Discord posted this picture, and you have a blank. You have the blank with the correct game mechanic. There was an error version in foil with the Blizzard card mechanic, which of course is not correct. So we're hearing things. All right, Grendel, what are you saying here? Heard a few weeks back that the foil correction was coming, but didn't believe it. Did you hear that from the company? What are you doing, Sophie? Did you eat your bar? Where's your bar?
I'm a boy.
You ate your whole bar already? I don't even eat bars that fast. You're only 3.
I am a boy.
You didn't eat a bar. Where'd you put it? You hide it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm from my bedroom.
You put it in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go eat it?
I eat faster.
Oh, okay. Where's your iPad?
Mommy bring upstairs.
She brought it upstairs? Is it with mommy?
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you go watch it for a little while? Give me a high five first. All right. I'll see you later. Enjoy your bar. So, you heard a few weeks back that the foil correction was coming? Where?
Daddy, give me more water.
There's a lot of water in that bottle. You can't have too much.
More water.
When that's all gone, you come back. All right? You drink that first, okay? All right, I'll see you. All right, so where did you hear that, man? Did you hear that? Oh, you heard it at the Aussie New Zealand tournament. Did you hear it from Eric Olofsson, who was at the Aussie New Zealand tournament? I know Eric likes to talk when Simon's not around. So, yeah, I got Ghost up in here. How much we thinking? Wait a second here. I can barely see the monitor. Shades are killing me. How much we thinking that complete alpha foil set is going to go for? I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't want to launch into that prematurely because there's a lot to talk about with the complete alpha set. So let me see. Are you guys actually watching my my showcase of that? The views were low. I think I'm paying a price for not doing recorded content. I do these lives and then people get away from the channel. The algorithm shuts me down, doesn't share it. The live tab. Nobody goes to the live tab. Well, you go to the live tab, it's probably the most lives this world has ever seen. See? Look at all these lives. It just keeps going. It can't even load fast enough. But you go to the recorded content, and 56 views 5 hours ago. No one cares about a full set of alpha, apparently. It's old news. So, I don't know. There is going to be an auction for a full set of alpha foils. I have it right over here. We could take a look. I just really... So this video was an intro. This video was me going through the air element cards. So the binder is organized by elements. We'll do air, and we'll do the other three, and then we'll go into like, I don't know, maybe avatars. I think there's some promos in there from the box topper. So it's a complete full master set of just the, not a master set of alpha because it's only the foils. Master set would be the non-foils, but it's every single foil card. 403, all 403 cards in foil. So let me see. We got 10 minutes until we get into the short print, which relates to that. So I won't go too far into that. Let's come back to this one. Hey Milo, what's up, man? Are you just like in official Discord only? I haven't seen you around much. I spent a lot of my time in the Collector Arthouse Discord. Not as much in official these days. Didn't hear. Oh, okay. You didn't hear directly from Eric, but it's supposedly from Eric. Like I say, when Simon the Great Wall is not around, Eric gets a little leaky with the information, which is a beautiful thing. So you gotta like corner him in the dark alleys of Australia or New Zealand. All right. Yeah, how many frogs did he commit to AL? Was this question asked? I hear he's like an open book if you find him in person without Simon. All right. Yeah, we don't know of any sales of the new Blink card. I think it just surfaced today, so it's kind of hot news. All right, Dan's got aluminum foil for sale. Many use cases. Probably more than Troll Curios. We'll get into that too. All right, guys. So let's see. We got Facebook. All right, we got 9 minutes to kill. What do you want to do? You want to look at some Spellcraft cards while we wait to talk about short prints? What else we got here? Let's go to the binder. Let's see what's in the binder. Yeah. We'll put this aside. We're going to have a new reveal later. All right. Actually, we could look at, would you guys rather see the Vincent Pompetti? All right, so I only had time last time to show the Elvira Palakowska artist proofs. We have a bunch of Pompetti proofs. So we could take a look at those, or we could look at Spellcraft. Let me know in chat what you guys want to do. We still have 8 minutes to kill until this thing officially launches. 31 people. We haven't even officially launched yet. It's a school night. Just finished the beta foil set too? What a freaking animal. So you got alpha and beta. One card in the mail and one at CGC. Interesting. Proofs? All right. Let's do proofs. One answer wins it. Spellcraft. Too slow. He had all the time in the world. Well, you guys have been buying up the Vincent proofs like a fiend, so there's actually not a lot of them. So we'll take a look at. He's working on more. There's been a lot of questions about the really high-end Pompetti proofs. So Vincent, I told Vincent, I was like, we need more Highland Princess. We need, I don't know, what else? Roots is almost out. What are the top Pompetti cards you guys think? Shadow Cloud's so sad. All right, there's not a lot of Vincents. We'll just take a quick look. All right. Actually, did I show these? Maybe I did show these last time. But you see how very few there are? I think I did show these on the last live. See, there's only one backstab left. I think he said he might work on a couple of those. Yeah, we're out of Dome. Mill, that's a good call. He actually worked on a few more Sea Serpents. This has been a popular card. There's only 2 of those left. The Kite, I think this is the Kite Archer. I don't want to take it out right now. I believe these were Overpower. Have been doing pretty well. We got the Witherwing Hero. I love the Witherwing. He always does these like blue guys. And the Old Salt Anchorman. So you got the Anchor, and then you got the Anchorman. Yeah, I did show these. We looked at these. The Pompetti proofs are pretty sweet. He's got a very unique style, and that's the end of it. That's all we have left from Vincent. So what's going to happen is the unique and the elites are $400 per card. Fixed price, not auctioned at the moment. And then probably when there's I put this one back in backwards. Probably when he runs low on supply from his alpha artist proofs, maybe we'll auction towards the end there. You know, but right now he's offering them for direct sale, which is a great deal. And then the elites, the elites and uniques are $400. The exceptional and ordinary are $350. And this is all that's left of those right now. The higher end ones, like the Highland Princess and Dome and a few of those like that. He's working on a few of those, and then those will be offered via auction because there's a lot of demand for them. That gives everybody an equal opportunity. All right, so that's the proofs. All right. So we still got time and Spellcraft. Let's take a look at the old... This is the personal binder here, guys. Let's see what we got in here. All right, the Spellcraft cards. It's been a while. A lot of people might not even know what Spellcraft is. What's going on with my lighting here? We get a lot of glare with these lights. So what we need to do, something like that. And then these are all Spellcraft cards. So before there were sample cards, there were Spellcraft cards. And now we believe these were printed by Eric in New Zealand before they went with the official China factory. And you could see they were home cut. They're actually pretty nicely cut. Maybe better than the factory in some cases, which is kind of funny. They're not evenly cut because here you could see it was not perfectly cut. You know, it overlapped with another card that it neighbored to. Probably printed as a sheet like the early print and play. But the edging is real nice. I don't know what he used to cut this, but like it's actually pretty well cut. But on the back, you have the Spellcraft. So before they decided on the name Sorcery Contested Realm, you had Spellcraft. And you still had the Francesca Berald art. So it tells you that was commissioned pretty early on, the Francesca artwork, which is really awesome. Yeah, I did get my Edge of the World AP. I could show you that. Let's take a look at the Edge of the World AP. We can come back to the Spellcraft. There's a lot of great... Look at the Bostrel. That son of a bitch. All right. So I got some Sudlow APs. A lot of 1 at 25s here from Sudlow. I was in early, guys. Look at that. I almost have a full set of the 1 at 25s. There's a story in that too. But someone went hard, balls to the wall on the King of the Realm. And he got the 1 at 25 before I could run through the finish line there. But all the rest are the 1s of 25. It's pretty awesome to have from Tony. I didn't get them all painted from him. That's something I might have to pursue in the future. Most of them are blanks. But he did do an epic King of the Realm for me. So I think I have... Is this the number 3? Let me see. I have the... You saw I had the number 2 with blank back at the moment. And then let me shimmy this little guy out of here. Look at this king. Dude. Is this not like one of the greatest artist proofs you've ever seen? It's freaking amazing. And this is the number 3. So I own the 2 and the 3. Not bad. Not bad to own 2 of the king. Beautiful. They bought a brand new paper cutter for every edge they cut. Could be. Got to keep those blades sharp. All right, so I got the Severin 6. This one I got early on. You know, I bought the... I work with Severin to help her sell her work. And look at this. This is a beautiful print, artist proof here. The number 6 of 25 Keith-era mechanism. I bought the original painting, so he worked out a deal for the Keith-era. But he asked about Edge of the World. And here it is. So I had to go to a new page for the Edge of the World. This is by Adam Burke. Adam Burke's an artist, like probably the artist I've talked to least, maybe even. I've not talked to Adam as much. He's kind of a low-key kind of guy. I'm not sure how much. He probably doesn't really follow Sorcery that much. But that is the Edge of the World. Very popular card. He was selling some of these proofs recently. Only did a few so far. Did he number these? He actually did number these. 3 of 25. So I have the number 3. Let me adjust the light. You see that? Oh, look at that. There we go. I got to put the shades on, man. I'm getting blown away by the direct light in the face. Look at this. Look at that. How do you like that edge? I think he might be doing them all pretty similar, too. You know? He's doing almost like a replica version of that. Little different night sky effect. Small form, you know, so it's a little different. You probably can't get the same kind of detail and paint blend as you can in a full scale image. Let's see. What's the protocol for numbering art? For numbering / art for the 4 top Kickstarter people. That was the hardest sentence I've ever read. They can't be out of 25, but maybe Kickstarter where the number would be. There's no numbering. There's no numbering with the Kickstarter artist proof cards. They're unmarked. So you're going to have 4 that are unmarked. And not every artist, I don't know that every artist is numbering them. I think maybe most are because they saw it's kind of like a standard we established in the community Facebook group. Some people hate that. They hate the numbering. And I could appreciate how, like, you know, who cares about a number really, right? It could take away from the integrity of the art. Maybe just do the art and the signature. Be a little more purist approach. And maybe we'll do that. I don't know. There's pros and cons. Maybe with the artists I work with, we'll talk about that and consider doing that for Arthurian Legends. I don't know. I'll have to see how the artists feel about that. I don't know that it like adds any kind of premium or the thing is, these are the alpha, right? And there's certain provenance there, and it's a little different than Magic the Gathering. In early Magic, the artists were not guaranteed a fixed number of proofs. Like some sets would come out and they would just get whatever they got. You know, I don't think contractually they were promised or guaranteed any certain amount. So it was kind of a mixed bag, and you didn't know how many were out there exactly. But with the alpha, we know there's 25 given to the artists, so they're numbering at 25. But then in the Kickstarter, you know, it's a little different ballgame. Oh, it's 9:47. All right, so it's 9:47. Our topic of the evening. I could put this aside. It wasn't. We were going to look at some of the Spellcraft. Look at these little mini tokens. These are Spellcraft mini tokens. These are all Spellcraft cards, guys. Got a bunch. Really awesome. Because we have some. I'll have to archive these and put them on the Facebook. Maggio gave me a really good idea recently. He said, you know, I should go back and like all the cards that I uncovered that were not used in the alpha set. It'd be cool if there was a page on the Collector Arthouse website that had all those. So you go reference those, you know, like the Book of Kells. The ones I'm finding as sample cards, Time Stop, Book of Kells, Ring of Morrigan, which is probably highly probable for Arthurian Legends. Why not, right? A ring. You're going to have other stuff. There was another like necklace of Neom, I think it was, that Severin did for Alpha. It's pretty awesome. Let me see here. What's the guy talking about? Oh. Someone just hit me up asking about acrylic cases. Here's the problem. The guy's on Facebook all the time. He doesn't see me live. Twins is an amazing movie. Love Twins. All right, so we got some new guys coming in. We got Sweet Peas. We got Cosmic Seeds. Milo's been here. Dan's been here. It was a good thumbnail. I agree. Thank you. I was proud of that thumbnail. Cosmic loved it. A couple people loved it. Like, look at his thumbnail. Look at this. Look at his thumbnail. I'm usually a boomer with these thumbnails. Oh, I'm not even showing it. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. What happened here? Let me do this. Look at this. Short printed. Short printed. And then, like, if you go to my Instagram, you get Arnold talking about it, which is pretty epic. Yeah, Backstab and Devil's Egg. So here's the deal with this. Let me see. Let me see if I got a message from, oh, just wanked. All right, so here's the deal, guys. There's been all this speculation about Backstab and Devil's Egg from the alpha set we're talking about right now. There is speculative rumor that there could be a few cards short printed in the beta set. But in the alpha set, we have a lot of anecdotal information piling up. And we've been talking about this on the Collector Arthouse Discord. No. Timbo, no massive reveal yet. First, we're talking about the short printing, and then we're going to get into the reveal. I wanted to, like, give a little time for people to queue up. I've been going for 20 minutes. I started early. So, this is what happens. Yeah, Danny DeVito's incredibly short. Short printed. All right, so what happened was, I got to refocus. There are people not like me. Me, I open, 3, 4, 5 cases, no problem. I'm going to get 2 Philostone Alpha foils. You just know it's going to happen. It's just, that's what the evidence suggests, right? I pull an Alpha foil, Philostone, 1 in every 3 to 4 cases. It's just, it's just the facts. That's just math. It's really just math. It's scientific. It's like the scientific method. I could probably prove that equation pretty easily. I don't need to be like a physicist or a math major. I just open 6 cases and Philostones fall out of them. It's just like there's video evidence of it. It's common sense. But with the Backstab and the Devil's Egg, have you ever seen me pull one of those? I just pull whatever card I want all the time. Someone once requested, as legend has it, someone requested very specifically. He's like, Mike, I want an Alpha foil Death Dealer. I said, you want the Death Dealer? No problem. You want it? You got it. Like Larry David. You want it? It wasn't Larry David. It was Seinfeld. Let's go to the Discord. Let's see if we could find this. I have evidence of that. We're going to go to Collector Arthouse Discord. And then, let me see. I'm not too savvy with desktop Discord. Desktop Discord, it's a little tricky. So, how do I do a search in Discord, guys? Here we go. Search. So, what we want to search for is You Got It. Right? Let me see. You Got It. How do I... Oh, okay. There's only 34 results. All right, hang on, guys. I'm pretty sure it was You Got It, is what I said. You got it. Could it have been in July of 2023? Let me see. No. That's not the You Got It we need. All right, hang on. You Got It. Barty. Where's Barty been, man? That's a throwback. July of 2023. Clive. Fell off the face of the earth. All right, hang on. Zack Attack. You got it, buddy? Yep, you got it. Hang on. No. All right, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't You Got It. Damn it. Wasn't it Death Dealer the guy asked for? Yeah, let's try Death Dealer. 356 results. God. Should I go oldest to newest? Bleezy's a guy that hasn't been around. This is a throwback right here. Hang on, guys. He said he wanted a Death Dealer. All right, so what I could do, Bearfax. Bearfax still like sorcery? Garden Wizard. Was hoping for a Death Dealer pull. I think that's the guy to go with my Death Dealer action figure. Surely I'll get a Death Dealer out of 6 boxes, right? Death Dealer, no Death Dealer. You'll probably pull a Death Dealer. Nah. Squirrel Death Dealer. Alright, hang on, guys. Foil Death Dealer. I don't know. Does it matter? I'm getting bored with this. He wanted it, I pulled it. That's all you need to know. Let's reveal this thing. Alright, so do you guys want to talk about the short print? Or do you want the reveal? Short print or reveal? Let's take a vote. Can I set up a poll? How come this recording thing isn't on? Chris, what's up, man? Chris, I saw you Facebook message me when I was live, man. It distracted me. I looked at my phone. I was like, what's going on? All right, we got 1 vote for reveal. Reveal or short print? It started off as a short print, but then the mail came in today. Short. Cosmic says short. We got 1 short, 1 reveal. Short print. I want to be teased more for the reveal. We're getting a lot of short votes. All right, let's go short. So we'll start with short. We'll work up to the reveal. So listen to this. There were people that have opened many, many hundreds of boxes. And I don't mean like 2, 3, 4, 500. The single sellers, they need to have inventory of the sorcery product, right? So there's some people from Kickstarter that ordered 10 plus cases, right? There was like a soft limit, so to speak. There was a limit imposed through the Kickstarter, but it was very, like, Kickstarter's kind of a joke with these limits. People can order from multiple accounts. You know, all of a sudden their wife likes sorcery, or their boyfriend, or their girlfriend, or their mother. And then you got like mountains of cases, right? So a lot of people bought cases, but there are other people after reveal that went hard into sorcery. They want to be single sellers, you know, mass openers. So these single sellers, they open many hundreds of boxes, like on the pallet level, right? And they order hundreds at a time. They end up opening over 1,000, let's call it 1,500 to 2,000 boxes of sorcery. So a lot of people say like, oh, maybe it's just this collation issue, this goofy collation. There is some truth to that. I was a collation theory guy. And there was this hilarious random theory going on where people are like, you know, there's cards in Asia that are different than the boxes in whatever, Canada, US. And then there was anecdotal, I don't even want to call it evidence, but there was anecdotal like facts emerging, you know? Because like once that is out there in the atmosphere, people pile onto that nonsense. And all of a sudden, like they come to the Facebook group or they come to the Discord and they're like, hey, I just bought a box from Asia and look at this. I have the devil's egg. Huh? Is it on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why don't you sit on the bed and watch it? You can watch it.
Okay.
All right. You want me to turn the light on? Yeah. All right, you can watch it over here. All right. You watch the iPad. You lay on the pillow. All right. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on a school night, 3-year-old watching the iPad. No big deal. Yes, so there was the smokestacks. And, yeah, so we did see weighting of smokestacks in Asia to drive that theory. There is that, right? And then people pile on and they're like, well, I just bought a box from Asia, or I live in Asia, and look, I got a smokestacks. So, you know, there was that. There was kind of, I don't know if there's enough evidence of that. That is difficult because the European and Asian markets are tiny. If you go to the Kickstarter and look at the number of people that backed outside of the United States, it's like a pittance. It's like the New Zealand. I was surprised. I thought like Eric lived there. He probably knows more people He probably plays Magic with more people than back the Kickstarter for some reason. It didn't make any sense to me. It was such a tiny number, right? So these international markets are so small. Like that's why a lot of these games, they start in the US. They build a solid foundation. They get their supply chain and their distribution figured out. And then they proliferate the game and expand out slowly into other markets. Maybe first Europe, like UK distribution, maybe other parts of Europe, and then eventually Asia, things like that, right? But Sorcery went big. Every market right out of the gate. So it was immediately international. These international theories about smokestacks, I would agree there's not enough evidence there. But when you have breakers and single sellers that have opened 1,500 to 2,000 boxes, and the only two cards that they're not pulling on the same order of magnitude as all the other foils are Backstab and Devil's Egg, there might be something to that, right? I mean, it's not a huge sample size. It's impossible to get a huge sample size. If you go to the, let's for context, let's go to the Collector Arthouse Facebook page and go to the Collector's Corner, right? And then take a look at alpha set data. You go to this page, alpha set data, and here's the table with all the facts you need to know. I'm going to zoom a little bit so you guys can see it. All right? Hang on. All right. So we got... Come on. Come on with this zoom. All right. So we got... Is this a temporary zoom? They got to make me hold the mouse? All right. So you got ordinary. All right. All right. Just... What the hell? All right. Here we go, guys. Such a boomer. So in the alpha set, we have 88 ordinary. This is just the set population. Number of cards at each rarity level. 88 ordinary, 128 exceptional, 103 elite, 67 unique, the 4 elemental avatars. They exist only in foil. The sorcerer avatar, and then 12 basic sites. That's how you get to 403 total cards in the set. Now, if you go to the non-foil and foil population, right? So these two columns are showing you the non-foil cards, the number of copies per card, and then the total print size. All right? So 16,802,302 non-foil cards printed. Total in aggregate of the 403 cards. We know this based on pull rates. It's pretty easy math. You have 29,000 boxes printed, roughly. That's what the company said. You know, they had some like bit of reserve. But then they had, of the foils, look at the pops of the foils, right? So foils per card at the ordinary level, there's 1,164 ordinaries of each of the ordinaries, right? So each ordinary in foil, there's 1,164 copies printed, assuming an even 29,000 boxes printed. Exceptionals, very, very rare. 780 copies. So think about how difficult it is. As you're processing these numbers, think about how difficult it is to compile a complete set of foils. It's absurdly difficult. And that's why this is important, right? So the elites, 466, less than 500. Less than that goofy Heart of Fyendal. And what's that other goofball card? The Heart? The Shard? The... what do you get after shards? Library? These little toys, right? There's more than 500 of those. You know? So there's less elites. Oh, the eye. Yeah. The eye. There's less elites than there are of all those. All right? Elite. Every single foil. Every single one of the 103 foils in alpha, there's only 466 copies. And then you go to the uniques, 248. 248, assuming nothing was short printed. So, let's put short printing aside. Nothing short printed, right? You could only have, if every single box in the world was opened, and you got all these Gindaloons in a room, and you said, none of you can have 2 copies. You can't go on TCG Player and buy out your favorite card. You can't be like too fluent and buy every one of these little wolves across the desk, or the dogs, right? You can't have all the dogs. One dog for you. All right? And then everyone's in a room. You can only have one. Every single box on the planet is opened. All these people are piled up into one room. They can only have one. You could only have 248 complete sets. But it's the real world, right? There's some boxes that'll never be open. Some will be lost. Some are out in Asia, chilling with the corrected blink and a pile of alpha boxes, right? We don't know what happens in Europe or Asia markets, right? Because it was so tiny. These stores, distribution, who knows what they did. And when they went out to these stores and they got these tiny little shops and it's hard to get traction, because there's not a lot of publicity for the game. It's harder to grow in those small regions. People just sit on the boxes, right? And this is what happened with beta, by the way. We're finding that boxes overseas, somehow, some way, were held on to. We don't know if they were by individual players or by distribution or by stores. But there appears to be, because they're coming to market, large quantities of these beta boxes all of a sudden. So where were they? What they were doing, from a speculative investor mindset, is waiting for Team Covenant to fatigue, right? If you have a monopoly situation in the US where all distribution is tapped out, all of them are saying we're getting no more product, and stores have nothing, right? Because all the stores, they assumed they'd sell what they have, and then they'd get like another wave from distribution. That's usually how it works. Didn't happen. But Team Covenant, there was this speculation, right? Team Covenant has an open faucet, endless supply. They're never going to run out. That was one theory that was out there. There was another that said maybe they just went heavy, or maybe they just had some fixed arrangement with Eric's Curiosa where they got some percentage of whatever number they decided to print for beta. Because there was never any mention of print waves from Eric's Curiosa. That was never a thing, right? We had no idea. Just like a lot of things. We don't know the roadmap and the plan and the strategy precisely of Eric's Curiosa. They're very deliberate about their wording. They're careful. They don't tell you too much. And they're a little guarded, right? Because they probably don't want to overcommit, or, they're figuring it out with some things, right? So if you were in that situation and you had hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe pallets of boxes of beta, and you don't have like a vibrant local community to absorb that supply because you kind of speculated, then you're going to wait for the only other company in the world that you know of, in the U.S. market certainly, Team Covenant, to fatigue and run out of supply. Because then what's going to happen? Exactly what did happen. Box prices spiked. People assumed the whole world was out. We're done for 6 months. You want a blanket? You got hurt? What happened? All right. Why don't you go away with mommy? It's safer there. You go away with mommy, okay? All right. Bring your iPad in there. All right, what's going on in the chat here? I got on a tangent about beta. I wonder if some of the new product were copies. I mean, they were printed in China, and the secondary market is nuts. Can't rule out the printer running more than they were told. I mean, anything's possible. It could be fraud. So back to alpha, right? Like we have these mass breakers and single sellers. They open huge quantities of alpha. They find all the other foils, but mysteriously, just like the whole community is saying, I'm having a real hard time finding the devil's egg and the backstab, right? So it could be, some people believe this, right? They're like, well, maybe there was a coordinated effort of Rudy's PCG agents, retirees from the FBI, who work at PCG and analyze your cards. You pay for these federal agents to look at your card under the white light and the yellow light. And then they tell you what they think your card looks like. So then when you get it back in a plastic case with a label on it, you feel good knowing that the agents looked at it, not under one light, but two lights. And they told you that it's not slightly off center and that the blades were sharp that day, my friend. And you put a little number on there and you're feeling pretty good about your buddy there, right? So tons of boxes opened. These are the only two cards that aren't found. So there's a collusion theory that early on, I went off the rails a little bit there too, Fluent. But there's this collusion theory where people thought that maybe there was a targeted buyout, a collusion buyout, where like a few people with deep pockets, or they didn't have to be that deep, right? Some group of people decided we're going to buy all of the devil's eggs and all the backstabs. Then, in this unregulated sorcery market, small community, very naive, vulnerable, right? We're going to fabricate this story that it's short printed. And then we're going to list it for the big money, baby. The big money for those, right? This is the collusion theory. So early on, collusive targeted buyout, market manipulation, sexy term, market manipulation, and people list it, the colluders. They colluded, and they own all the backstabs and the devil's egg, and they go to all the social medias and they say, we got it all. It's not us. We don't got it all. It was short printed, right? So then how do you explain that the mass breakers found less of this card and not all the other cards? Regards from the only sorcery player in Peru. What time is it in Peru? What kind of time zone you got down there? 2 hours behind? 8 p.m. maybe? I'm going with 8 p.m. So look, you got the collusion theory. The problem with that is the breakers corroborated that only those two cards were very hard to pull. But then the skeptics say, how? Logistically, right? Logistically, how could they? I'll show you something in a minute. How could they print less of just two cards? And to tell that story, we got to go to Uncut Sheets, right? So we got to go to the Uncut Sheets because it tells a story. So let me clear the desk a little bit. We'll go to Uncut Sheet. We got 52 people. We'll go to Uncut Sheet Theory, and then we'll get into some other stuff. I got to put this in a safe place. Let me go to one of my my toy books here. Hang on. All right. Here we go, guys. Here we go. This is not the reveal. This is just a side tangent from the toy folio. All right. Central time for now. You expecting a change down there in Peru? What do you mean for now? you expecting like a shift? A planetary shift? These are breaker pants. Just in case I need to get naked later, Timbo. You never know what could happen. It's late. I get excited. All right, guys. So look at this. Look at this here. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because we only have so much space under the camera. All right, but let me see. Let's go to... Hang on here. I only have... Look. You know I love sorcery. I got a lot of things. But I only have one copy of Backstab and one copy of Devil's Egg. Coincidence or not? Let's see. Hang on. So. All right. Where is our Devil's Egg? Is it an elite or a unique? What rarity is Devil's Egg, guys? Unique? Help me out here. What? I can't see. I'm blind with these. I'm blind with these shades. Devil's Egg? No egg. We got an Eric's Curiosa. I haven't ripped that one yet. Elite. Yeah, Elite. Good call. Thank you. All right, hang on. Never seen yet on camera. So these are big pages. I gotta be careful. All right, guys. Here we go. Hang on. All right, hang on. Look at this. Look at this one here. Gotta be very careful here. It's hard. I only got so much room under the camera. You see the egg? Look at the egg. You see the egg there? I don't want to pull it. Should I pull it out of the book? I could pull it out of the book. Hang on. It's just a toy. It's just a toy. No big deal. Hang on. Make sure I didn't mess up the other pages. A little slippage. I think we're all right. All right, guys. That's what we got to do. Gonna slide it out of the folio. But I got to be careful because it's long. It's lengthy. All right. This is necessary. So here you go. Let me do this. We don't need these internet statistics anymore. Shit, we got 3-year-old on the loose. Look at this here. You see this? All right. Let's go like that. Let's do one of these. You see that egg? Look at that egg. Look at that egg. Hang on. Too much glare. I know we got a glare problem here. It's a problem with the overhead. So this is the foil uncut sheet, right? That has the devil's egg. There are no blanks on this sheet. So logistic theory says, how could they possibly have short printed this? Well, the elites, if you recall from the website, the elites there are 103 elites total, individual copies of elites. The population size of each elite out of 29,000 boxes, based on the pull rate. Watch out for the painting. What are you doing? All right, you can hang out. Just don't touch the painting. No. Don't touch it. Just look. I know. It's a cool dragon, right? Yeah. Okay, let's just look. No touching. Where's the iPad? Oh, why aren't you watching it? You can watch it. All right, I'll watch the dragon. Listen to this, guys. There are 466 copies of each one of these cards at the Elite Rarity foils. So, what does that mean? There were 400... Did she touch the Chimera? It was a close call. I was distracted. There were 466 of these sheets made and printed and diced up into cards. You know? So, how hard is it to remove this devil's egg, which is on the border, right? And instead print a blank or print a dummy card? How do you print a dummy card? These are printed from a print file. You know? It's a digital file. It's a picture. And then it's printed. You know? By the salami slicer. You know? At the deli. The deli cuts it up. You just give them a different file. You could print another frog or something. You know? You print whatever the hell you want. You just throw that shit out. There's only 466 copies. The logistics are not that complicated. You know, if you wanted to short print this, you have another file with a different card there, and you print like 50 different sheets. You do your normal collation process for everything else, minus 50 sheets of the devil's egg. The other one, now we got to go to the backstab. Let's just admire this for a minute though first. The Avatar of Fire. I wish I had it, guys. It's at the frame shop.
Daddy.
Yes. I'll get it shine. I'll get it shine. It's not great lighting. What?
I want TV.
You want to watch TV?
Yeah.
All right. You're 3.
Yeah.
You're 3 years old. You should probably be sleeping.
Yeah.
1 minute. All right. You want to watch, we don't have YouTube Kids here. How about Disney? Watch a princess movie? Okay. You want Spider-Man? Cool. Alright, have fun. Spidey and his amazing friends. Alright, there you go. Alright, we got the situation under control. We got a situation. Had to go for a light jog. Listen, guys. The academy's never open this late. Never. We close early. We need our beauty rest. So look. This is the elite sheet. 466 of these sheets to print the 29,000 card set. So most is being collated in absence of this. So is it really that hard to print less? I don't know. I know they are short printed, but not the reason why. You want to get into reasons why Eric would do this? That's coming next. All right? But before we do that, let's admire some full art. Okay? Look. Look at that beauty. Here's the thing. I could frame this. I could. But then I got to decide on a side. Or I could do a double pane glass, and then I got to have a rotation system, right? Or I just manually rotate it every once in a while if I want to see the foils or the full art. It's freaking amazing. Like, how could you even choose? I guess, I don't know, man. The full art's pretty nice, right? It's pretty sick. All right. So enough fun and games. You guys want to see any sheets before I put the toy binder away? Hang on. Just slide her in there. I don't really take out the sheets. I don't take out the sheets, really. So, at least not for display. So, I did bring it to the frame shop to show our boy, Blue U. Guy's the man. Alright. So we got, you see the amethyst? The cores? Foil cores? Alright, so we got those. White gloves. Gloves are ill-advised. I'm not a glove guy because... Hey. The gloves, look at the Curiosa and the King. You get clumsy with Keith era. The Keith era. You get clumsy with gloves. Frazetta. I don't think we can find that right now because we don't have the YouTube TV up here, the YouTube Kids. So you can have iPad or you can have the Spidey Kids. Or you can go to bed like a normal 3-year-old. Your choice. Pick one of those options. Alright. You want the backstab sheet? Ah, son of a bitch. Guy's killing me here. Whoa! No iPad. You want to watch the iPad? Here, bring the iPad to mommy's room, okay? Bring it to mommy.
No.
She slept in the other room so you can watch it. Here you go. Here you go. Bluey? Paw Patrol? Alright, fine. Fine. Backstab sheet, he says. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Alright. Alright, so we're looking for the exceptional sheet now. It's a lot of sheets, a lot of pages. Hang on. We're at exceptionals. Let me know if you see the backstab. Let me see here. Backstab. All right, hang on. Here you go, guys. Got it. Got her. All right. Got any of them reveals? What's up, Sorcery Social? I'm not sure who runs that account, to be honest. Hey! All right, guys. All right. Here we are. Here's the deal with these sheets. They're not large, right? If we compare, hang on, let me show you a little comparison point here. Zoom all the way out. We got 3 rows for the foils. Three rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. All right. Now, again, the backstab is on the edge. Were they selected on the edge for a reason? I want to get into the reasons why these 2 cards might have been selected for short print. Yeah, this is the exceptional sheet. It's not the same spot, but it's still an edge. So, maybe there is a collation convenience there. Maybe he chose those 2 names for a reason. But here's the deal with these sheets, guys. Look at this sheet. You see this one? It's a non-foil sheet. Non-foil. You see how many cards are on here? It's a lot of cards. Because when they went to the print process, and you can see by size comparison, right? You got a non-foil uncut and a foil uncut. Many more cards in the non-foil. And the reason for that is the printing technique. The printing technique is more complicated for the foils. So they could not print on these large sheets of paper like the non-foils. The foil sheets are much smaller. And it's because of the intricate the foiling technique, right? As validated by the company. Don't tell that guy on the Facebook page who was verbally assaulting people today about it. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Probably wasn't me. Probably not. I don't. Oh, was there a guy verbally assaulting? I'll report it later, and I'll take a look at it if I need to banhammer somebody. There's many Facebook pages, though, and groups. Anyway, the foil shoots are smaller. We saw the devil's egg, second row on the edge. Backstab, third row, lower left corner. All right? So let me put this aside for a minute. You want to keep these sheets pristine. So I got to slide them in there. And these books are very nice. These are for paintings, you know? So they have acid-free pages. And they keep things nice and protected. They're large, so you got to be careful folding the pages. All right. All right, guys. So, we talked about population size. We talked about anecdotal evidence from breakers. And let me see if I got some stats here. All right. All right, guys. So, breakers open in large quantities. They discover that only those 2 cards appear far less than every other foil. Because they need to stack singles. They need to have them as inventory to sell. And they have the information. It's not about how many are brought to market. Cards are brought to market for all kinds of reasons. And in some cases, the high-end cards are going to be brought to market more because people want to cash in and lock in gains. In other cases, they're going to be brought to market less because people want to speculate that they're going to go higher and higher and higher. And they don't want to sell prematurely. They're trying to top it, or they have confidence in the game and they just want to hold long term, or they just love the card, right? So they hold on to those ones because cards that are harder to replace are less likely to sell for passionate collectors. So you have that element of things, right? There's no information to be derived by open public market listing supply. But the breakers can provide meaningful intel. Stores can provide intel. If a store is selling singles or they're really into sorcery and they're breaking a lot and they're selling singles, they have meaningful data. There's several whatnot breakers, right? I just do small scale. I open sample packs, you know, little toys, only 15 cards, no big deal. There's guys opening like boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes, and they're deriving data, you know. So there's that, you know, there's sample size theory. Maybe it's not a meaningful sample size. I was in that camp as well, but I don't think logistics is a reason. Now let's get to why would Eric do this and why those 2 cards. Why would he do this? Because he's a hardcore collector. Why would he do it? Because you're a maniac. You don't want 240 sets to be possible. You want 150 sets to be possible, or 175, or 125. Depends. How far, to what extreme did you go with short printing? You know, if short printing theory is back on the table, that's the reason why. It makes it that much harder to collect a set. And what happens when it's hard to collect a set? Extreme valuations. Extreme passion and desire to acquire, to collect, to chase. Why do you need that? Because value matters in TCGs. It's not an LCG. And these cards are only coming out once a year. So what are collectors going to do for a year? Yeah, a player will be content because you have 403 cards to go misplay all day because you haven't taken your lessons at the academy. You know? You think you could teach yourself. You're going to qualify and go play in the big boy tournament. You're probably going to misplay. But you can experiment. You love trial and error. So, do it. You're going to do it. You're going to have fun doing it. Good for you. Good for you. But there's collectors out there. They need something to chase over a long time frame. They love a hard chase. Hard chases are fun. You know? They like their shit to be valuable. You know? This is, you know? Who wants like a little throwaway toy? You want the big money toy. Those are the best toys. You know? No one goes to Home Depot and says, let me push around the little kitty rake. You know? You got a lot of leaves in the yard. You need the big boy rake. You need like 18 to 48 inches of rake. You know? You got a lot of work to do. So, it makes the chase harder. The chase and the desire to collect. He likes rare, very rare things. He has the number 1 MTG alpha set in the world, right? All right. It's pretty evident, right? And he knows how to create value. He's an artist and a collector, all right? So that's why you would do it, to make the chase that much harder, right? If you short print it, and here's the thing, again, with alpha, a lot of people in modern TCG culture, a lot of people keep alpha products sealed. We've seen that in game after game after game. People have shelves. Look at all my shelves. You know, next to this treadmill that I haven't seen since I was a teenager. I got all these shelves of boxes. You know? That's what they do. They just got shelves and shelves and shelves. And they don't open that shit. And especially as the valuation goes up, they open it less. They're like, I can't open it. You know? I already holding the bag on that treadmill over there. I'm going to open a $1,500 box of alpha? No way. Not until it's worth 10 grand. Then I'll sell it. Buy a better treadmill. Bigger rake. Bigger yard. More leaves. You know? It's just the way it works. So that's the reason. To make the chase harder. To make the number of sets possible harder. Which is already stupid hard. Because if it was not short printed, that's 240 sets minus all the shelfers. Minus all the guys we couldn't get in the room. And agree to only hold one copy. because people like a lot of copies. They see Papa Daddy Rudy with his stacks of copies, and they're like, I could be like Daddy. Why can't I be Daddy? You know? Everyone wants to be Daddy. You be Mommy too. You could have stacks and stacks of toys. You know? That's what people want. You can't get them to agree. No one's going to keep just one. All right? So that's the reason. And then, why just those 2 cards? Well, Eric's a fucking troll. He's a troll, man. The man's a troll. Look at this. Look at this. You think I'm kidding? Look at this. It's the king troll. Look at this. He's got frogs. He's got frogs and turtles. There's a tough turtle. You really need a turtle in this set? The man's a troll. He's backstabbing us. That's exactly right. You thought you could get 248 sets? Well, I got three trolls you could smoke. You know? 1 troll wasn't good enough? You need 3? 3 trolls isn't enough? You need very rare trolls? You know? It's a backstab job. It's a troll job. What else we got here? What else we got? There's more trolls? Look at this. You need this troll in the woods too? The big nose troll wasn't enough? You know? You got this Italian troll right here? It's not enough. We need this troll in the woods too. And we need more rare versions of these trolls. It's a backstab move. He's the devil. It's the devil's egg right here. The curio is the devil's egg. Trolls and curios. The creator's a troll. Times 3. He's backstabbing you. That's it, guys. That's the why. Why else would he do those 2? Because they're on the border of the sheet. It's a print file. You could put the freaking card in the middle of the sheet. But he's backstabbing you from the border. He's the devil on the border. All right, guys? So there you have that one. All right. I don't think those are troll curios. Look, it's reveal time. What do you guys think about that theory? Guys, it wasn't the reveal. Look at this. Look at this guy right in. This is a curio right here. He won't even tell you what the curios are. He won't tell you. You know, he probably, if you didn't hire Simon, he would have told you by now. But, you know, Simon won't allow it. And it's just the facts. So you got the backstab, you got the devil, you got mass breakers not opening it. It's anecdotal, but and you got a guy that loves extreme rarity, you know, and he's proven that time and time again. Between the foils, there was once upon a time where he's like, I'm old school. I don't even care about foils. And then all of a sudden, every card's going to be a foil. Oh, and guess what? It's going to be hard as shit to collect. Oh, and you guys like art? Good. I'll put the full art on the back of the foils. And it's going to be hard as shit for you to even look at them ever in your life. You know? Oh, you want a complete set? How about I backstab you? How about I'm the devil? You know? It sounds crazy, but it is crazy smart. My boy's wicked smart. My boy's wicked smart, guys. So the sets are harder to get. The chase is real. The chase gets more and more real as we learn more and more. And there's reasons for those cards. There's reason for those card titles. There's anecdotal evidence, and it makes sense. You know? And it's not hard to do. The logistics of it, no big deal. There's not a lot of sheets to begin with. There's not a lot of sheets with those foils. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And then I'll probably get a couple hours sleep, and I'll have a different theory tomorrow. So what do I know? All right, guys. So look, let's get serious for a minute. It's going to be reveal time. When I first got into sorcery, I was enthralled, first and foremost, by the art. And I saw cards like Seer, the Avatar from Dan Seagrave, and I was like, WTF is that? What is that? Seriously, tell me. And then I saw the great old one. Okay, you get that. Incredible art. All this different artwork, right? Different artists. I was like, oh, there's old magic artists in this. Alpha magic artists. And then I was like, who's this artist? This looks freaking amazing. Severin? Elvira? Kaio? Brian Smith. It's dark, man. It's real dark. Pudge Butcher is not... It's not my favorite card, but I love me a pufferfish. Let's just say that, all right? All these great artists, all this beautiful artwork. I was enthralled by the art. I wanted to interview the artists, so I created a website. I reached out to many of the artists. They're all very nice, very approachable. They're all cool at doing a written Q&A because I wanted to be respectful of their time. I know they're busy. They're painting. Eric was heavily commissioning them. So we did written Q&As. We built the website. Eric liked the website. He included it in the Kickstarter campaign. It was a link to the collectorarthouse.com website page. All the great information about the artists. Got deeper and deeper and deeper. I talked to all the artists all the time, all the time. I built these great connections with the artists. And I was like, I want to, I'm growing these platforms. I have this great website. I'm looking at other games, other communities. They have these great Facebook groups, these community groups. I was like, I think I'll make a Facebook group. And I did that. And literally every single day since I created that Facebook group over 2 years ago, I posted in there at least once every single day. And like a fiend, I do it like multiple times nowadays. Okay, high five. Watch your shows? I'm going to come get you in a few minutes. All right. I'll come with you in a few minutes.
Okay.
So, I love the art. I loved working with the artist. I love discovering more and more art. And I grew a real appreciation. Yeah, that's my paper. And I grew a real appreciation for the discovery of new art and new artists. At first, it was a nostalgia trip back to the Alpha MTG artists. I was reaching out to all the early Magic artists. Some of the first interviews I did were Drew Tucker, Jeff Menges, Alan Pollock. One of the first artists I talked to was Liz Danforth, and we just could never connect. She was very busy and I never got back to it. All these old artists I just really loved, right? But then I started falling in love with the new artists. That was like what was even more exciting in a way, because they were like a whole new realm. And like all of them were very unique and different. I mean, look at his Gadu painting. Incredible. And he's painting that's an original painting, 3 feet wide by 4 feet tall. And I just got deeper and deeper into it. I YOLO'd the Kickstarter, I was at work one day. This is what happened. Like I wanted a full set of the art. And like when Magic was out in the 90s, I was a young kid. Look at me. Look at his baby face. I'm Tom Hanks basically. I was playing with the machine and I'm a child in a man's body. I don't age. I'm really just under bright lights. It makes me look better than I really look. But anyway, it's also this 5 o'clock shadow. It comes to life under the bright lights. And the shades, too, help, too. It hides my bushy eyebrows and my big Italian cave troll nose. But anyway, I couldn't afford the cards as a kid. So when Sorcery came out, I was like, I'm going to go hard, real hard on Sorcery. I'm going to top shelf it, right? At first, I was like, I think I'm going to do that. But then, Eric, the devil troll, said, I'm gonna make every card a foil. And you're gonna get 1 in 5 packs. We did the math, and we're like, it's impossible to get a master set. Batman? I don't think Batman works on that TV. It's on the basement, but you might be able to find it on the iPad. We don't have it on that TV. Yeah, let me see. I'll be right back. Let's see what we got here. Too fluent. Happy birthday, brother. 19 years old. That's big time. You're almost out of your teens. So I fell in love with the art. I fell in love with the artists. I wanted to work with them. I wanted to buy all their paintings, all of them. But I couldn't afford all of them. I wanted to back the Kickstarter. I was demoralized when Eric says, I'm going to do a foil of every card. It's going to be extremely rare. The Kickstarter launches. And these Germans, man, they're wild. All these Europeans, they have like the highest of high-speed internets. I tried to buy an early bird tier, I think it was. And I was like, you know what? I'll just chill. I'll get a case. I'll get a sample pack. Call it a day, right? I couldn't even get it through the cart. Everything was going nuts on Kickstarter page. And like, it was my first Kickstarter ever backed. So, you know, I didn't know how to game it like all these, speculators do. So, I didn't know what to do. It was like a few weeks in. My order didn't even go through. And then people were talking about this Discord page that notifies you when people drop pledges. And there was a couple dropped collector tier pledges, and some people jumped on those. And then one day, I get a notification on my phone. Someone dropped an Avatar of the Realm pledge. And I jumped on it like the Flash. Like lightning, baby. So fast. 10 grand, no problem. No problem. I just bought it up. I scooped it up. And then I called the wife. And I was like, hey, you know what? I spent 10 grand. 10 grand on a game. A children's cardboard game. A children's toy game. I bought these toys. $10,000. Right? And then I was like, I could cancel it, but I want all the toys. Yeah. Huh? A bath? You already took a bath. Maybe tomorrow. Lay down and then I'll come with you in a few minutes, okay? Watch your show and I'll come in a few minutes. All right? My binder? Oh, you already did one. Can't again. Can't again. It's too late. It's almost bedtime. Nice. So anyway. All right, I'll come in a few minutes. I'll turn it on. Okay. Watch Minnie Mouse. Okay. Almost 11 o'clock. 3-year-old's up, man. Look, I went on a tangent there. I was super into the artwork. I love the discovery of new art. I'll tell the story of my Kickstarter pledge another day. I actually told it live one time, but I need to make a recorded video because no one ever finds it or discovers it. But I love the art, right? I keep buying more and more paintings, artist proofs. That's my lane, right? I love that stuff. And I love the discovery of new art, and I could only get it once a year through Sorcery. So I think in the next chapter of Collector Arthouse, we're going to discover some of the greatest artists in the world. And the way to do that, I believe, is through the altar scene. If we go transcend beyond Sorcery, find the top talent, see who is willing to paint on these cards. So I found a few, right? The first... What? In a few minutes, okay? The first, Vivian Calazans. The wife of Kyle Calazans. Also an amazing artist. She was doing magic altars, and I was like, Kyle, what is this magic? What is that? Why? But why? We got sorcery. So she did the sorcery altars. And amazing work, right? So I look more and more, right, on the social medias, on the different art pages, and there's like these amazing artists out there. And then one day, I discovered something that was equally as mind-blowing as the day I discovered sorcery and the Seer Dan Seagrave artwork, and a Diluvian Kraken, and the Great Old One, and the Severin Avatars, and the Elvira work, the Great Altarist, Kyle Calazans, Elvira Shakarova, Marta Molina, the best of the best, the absolute greats, the legends, the ones that Eric handpicked for their first breakthrough in sorcery. And it occurred to me, I have all these great platforms, you know, it's almost 4,000 people in the sorcery community group. There's 1,200 some people in the Collector Arthouse Discord. There's, I don't know, 150 to 200 people in Patreon, Collector Arthouse Patreon. There's the SCR, Artist Proofs and Altars group that I created. The Collector Arthouse group, 600-ish. The SCR Art Market. All these groups. So all in all, it's like, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000 people. It's a great platform, right? And just like Kaio, just like Elvira, just like Marta, they're painted on a small scale. They're doing altars. They're making a name in the community, in the TCG world. And they need that breakthrough opportunity to showcase their work on a broader stage. I'm not a game creator. I'm not going to be creating games. I have the academy. I teach noobs how to stop making misplays. But I'm really about the art. And I have the platforms and the opportunity here to showcase these artists on a grand scale, right? To the sorcery community that loves art just as much as I do. And we got these guys going hard, collecting artist proofs, collecting altars now, collecting original paintings. One artist. Absolutely amazing. Must flip this card. Absolutely blown away when I saw this guy. He hails out of the great planet of Australia. You know? Other side of the world. Couldn't be farther. It's like a different galaxy. I think at least 30 people live there. At least. There could be 50. I don't know. I think they're short printing people in Australia, to be honest. But this guy's talent is like out of this world. And there's a few altars to come. And the very first one. Sophie, what do you got there? Oh, you can play with that. Good find. Huh? Here. You want to put this in the box here, too? The first one is going to come tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, to the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group and the Collector Arthouse Discord. It's going to be an auction that runs from Thursday to Saturday. 48 hours. An amazing artwork. And you know what? It's a significant piece of art that he did because it has great historical meaning. Just like this moment with the introduction of this artist. This is going to be a moment to remember because the things you see coming from this guy are otherworldly. Just like the great sorcery artist on that caliber. The greatest stuff you have ever seen. Incredible. And I had a few pieces of art to choose from for him to do. What I did was I sent him an entire booster box. And I was like, you know what? At first he didn't want to do it. He's like, I've worked with some agents before. I've had a bad experience. It was I felt really bad for him. So he was a little reluctant. He was doing his own thing. He was selling his own stuff in his own way. And I was like, dude, whatever it takes, please just try this. Just try it. The sorcery fans need this. I was like, if you want me to pay up front, I'll do that. If people don't bid to the level that you want, I'll buy it. I'll buy them all myself. Zero risk. Let me take the risk away, and we'll just try a few. All right? If it does well, great. You know? Great. You could do more. And it's a great publicity opportunity. If it fails, fine. You wasted a few days of work per card. You know? And no big deal. You can move on. You go do something else. You go paint magic cards. Magic cards. Whatever. So, the artwork that was selected requires just a touch of introduction. No one goes to sleep tonight. Nobody. The 3-year-old doesn't go to sleep. Until the 3-year-old goes to sleep, this card stays face down. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're going to get to it soon. But what I need to do is talk about the card you're about to see, the provenance of the card. So if I go to the Collector Arthouse website and I take off the mega zoom, we go back to 100%. We go to Sorcery behind the art. There are a few cards in Sorcery that have very rich historical meaning, right? And there's a few here that I profiled. The card is the Royal Bodyguard. This guy can do anything. He's a brilliant landscape artist, but also a character artist. And you're going to see that in a moment. The Royal Bodyguard, as profiled on the Collector Arthouse website, is a great, brilliant concept by Liz Danforth. And I think I've talked about this before. Oh, yeah. You ever see a troll card before?
Yeah.
You have? You like trolls? You like trolls?
Yeah.
If you would you like one troll or 3 trolls? You want a troll card? Here, I got a troll card for you. Let's not make a habit of touching these cards, but that's the wrong box. I got trolled. Here, you want this troll? He's got a silly nose. Alright. Yeah, silly nose. Here. You can take that. Show the troll your movies. Trolls love movies. It's a tough job. It's a tough job. Someone's got to do it. The Royal Bodyguard, guys. Let me tell you about the Royal Bodyguard real quick. Diego Velázquez. One of the most influential artists in the history of art, in art history, so to speak. So, in 1656, a few years back, 1656, he painted this painting called Las Meninas, right? So Velázquez is the leading artist of the Spanish Golden Age. And here we are in the Golden Age of TCGs with Sorcery Contested Realm, with a throwback to the Golden Age of original art. A game, the only game creator that had the balls to spend hundreds of $1,000s of his own money to commission 400 plus paintings. Like an absolute savage. And troll you guys 3 times, double down with curios, backstab you like a devil. Once in a lifetime. No one has pockets that deep. Only a guy that built an internet's children's card game to raise the cash for the magnus opus of a cardboard children's card game with serious big-time art. So, Liz Danforth says, I am going to pay homage to the master, Diego Velázquez, 1656, Las Meninas, Liz Danforth, 2020-ish time frame. Hold my beer. No problem. No problem. So what she did was, let's talk about the painting for a minute. This painting's complex and enigmatic composition raises questions about reality and illusion. Here it is on a lower right here. Okay? You can go read about this at collectorarthouse.com. And it creates an uncertain relationship between the viewer and the figures depicted. Because of these complexities, Las Meninas has been one of the most widely analyzed works in Western painting. It has long been recognized as one of the most important paintings in Western art history. Liz's approach to this card design was to bring the bodyguard to the front to symbolize guarding of the royal family. That's how the card works. It protects the royal family, right? This is the first obvious change. And it creates a bit of humorous effect with La Infanta looking like she is giving him a side-eye expression, right? So you see La Infanta is the child, the baby, the infant. Side-eye looking at the royal bodyguard, like, what are you up to, royal bodyguard? So the royal bodyguard prominently featured in the front. This big, heroic, and stoic figure. You have Liz Danforth on the back left, just like Diego Velázquez painted himself in the back of this painting, exiting that door. Right? So another homage. You have the great Liz Danforth taking on the great, having the courage to paint a homage to Las Meninas. And now we have one of the greatest altarists I have ever seen. One that I believe stacks up against the greats. Marta Elvira Cayo. And now, another artist who has the nerve and the courage to take on not only Liz, one of the MTA, it's not a competition, but he's painting a piece that was taken on by Liz Danforth, a legend in TCGs. Diego, a legend in the game of life, of art history. So it's an important card. It's significant. It's meaningful. It's precious. The Royal Bodyguard, right? It's an underrated card. No one talks about the Royal Bodyguard, but it's a masterpiece. Here's a print by Liz. Liz Danforth, 2 of 75. You guys are talking about Centerpoint in the chat? He has 1 of 75. Bastard. So, the next chapter for, I don't want to say for Collector Arthouse. That sounds selfish and self-serving. It's for the artists. It's for the opportunity to be showcased on the grandest scales of sorcery in the sorcery community group, the largest community group in all of sorcery. 4,000 people. The Collector Arthouse Discord, 1,200 and change. The other groups, the sorcery community, the people that follow this channel that are as passionate about the art as I am, that absolutely love it and want to discover great new art, deserve the greatness of this master. Absolutely incredible. I discovered him through Instagram and Facebook, selling altars for a game called Magic. And I was like, I need that guy's art on sorcery cards as soon as possible. And I will beg and plead for weeks, months, whatever it takes, until he concedes. And I was relentless enough because it was worth it. And eventually, he did agree. And I almost shed a tear. And then, when I saw the work that he did, it absolutely blew my mind, exceeded my expectations. Because it's just unbelievable. It looks like it's printed onto the card. You guys ready to see it? You could have just said flip it over in the chat. Could have saved an hour and a half at least. All right, guys. Let me slide it off the side so I could handle it delicately. I only have it in the penny sleeve. You want a few more stories? I got more. I could unsheath it. Let me get some proper lighting on this bad boy. Guys, this guy's artwork is stunning. So remember now, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to take a real nice picture for you guys. I'm going to post it probably in the morning. I might sleep for a few hours. Who knows? Might get crazy. Might take a trip to Home Depot. Who knows? I have a few more stories in me. You guys are begging for stories. I got them for days. So here we go, guys. You want it in the sheet? Should I do it? Let me see how it looks in the plastic. I don't want any glare on this thing. I'm gonna raw dog it. Should I raw dog it? I think I should. I don't want to have any glare on this. No obstructive lighting. You're not gonna believe it. It looks like it's printed. It doesn't look real. It's hard to even imagine. Blank back. Just kidding. It's the missing backstab. It's the devil's egg. It's a blank sheet from the devil's egg. Just kidding. One more story. The Royal Bodyguard by new sorcery altarist Atlas Thorn, hailing out of Australia. The hero we don't deserve. Look at the immaculate, intricate quality and finished detail of this stunning piece. The Royal Bodyguard stands before the royal family, a large, masculine, beefy warrior. The daughter of the king, the princess, is called into action. Just like the seasoned sellsword, a bold, brave warrior woman turns her back to the king, her father, and is thrust into battle with a stoic, determined look, fit for battle. It literally looks like a printed card. The attention to detail, the color, the perfect lighting, the touching, beautiful composition. It checks every box. It's absolutely absurdly stunning. It's hard enough to even finish the surface of the card in such a perfect way that it doesn't disrupt the title box and the game mechanic box. But then to do that pristinely and then paint so masterfully around it, and the continuous nature of her figure, of her armor, through the text box, above and below. You see how it continues? The bottom part of her armor, as if this is almost like a full art. And then the game mechanic box is imprinted on top. It's unbelievable. And then her head delicately overlapping the top surface of the text mechanic box without in any way disrupting the purity and original integrity of the title box. The light detail, the color detail, the shimmering of the armor, the colors, the detail of the king. I don't know if you could fully see it, but the strands of hair in the king's hair, of the girl's hair, the lighting, the almost effervescent glow coming off of her hair, as if she's a glowing beacon of brave courage. Absolutely absurd. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen. Have you ever seen an altar like this? It looks like an original painting, but it's somehow on a card. I was like, dude, the Magic guys, they're not going to appreciate you on a level that Sorcery would. I sent this to only a very few people. I wanted it to be the ultimate surprise. I sent it to Eric Olofsson, and I was like, you need to look at this guy. If he doesn't commission this guy for Sorcery, I'm probably going to go play with Legos. Full time. I'm going to quit my job. I'm just going to build towers all day. Towers and toy cars. Few tanks, maybe. If I get the inspiration, I might do a few tanks. This guy is not from this planet. He's from a planet called Australia. It took a long time, man. It was a long time waiting for the mail to come. It was painful. I don't even know. I mean, if I blew the Chaos Twister onto a little baby map, there's no chance I would hit Australia. Even if I did, I wouldn't know it, because it's not a place that exists in my world. But the guy lives there somehow. It's just paints all day. He paints and he sells magic altars. That is what he used to do. Hopefully, he'll go all in on sorcery altars, because this is the first. See ya, Grendel. This is the first of a few to come. That is going up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 48 hours. We're going to pay it proper respects like we do for the big time weekend auctions. So it'll be the debut of the great Atlas Thorn. Go look at Atlas. The guy's name is Atlas Thorn. I mean, there's Atlas cards in Sorcery. I was like, dude, I was like, what's your name, man? Like, it's cool, like pseudonym you got there. What's your name? He's like, it's Atlas. I was like, no, it's not. It's not, dude, it's not. It's card type. It's not a name. It's not possible. It's like this guy was conceived to paint on Sorcery cards. His name's Atlas. I mean, this is his name. Atlas Thorn. Atlas Thorn. Thorn. It's like, dude, you're like a superhero. You're already my hero. You know? Maybe Eric will squander it. Maybe he'll be like, nah, it's not for me. Fine. Fine, man. Paint my cards. Paint my cards all day, baby. I might start sending him uncut sheets. And I was like, dude, just paint on my blanks. Please paint on my blanks. All day, all night. No problem. Just paint it. Paint anything. Paint on my face. I'd look great. Look at all this forehead I have to work with. Nice face tattoo for this guy. Just wears painting all day. But joking aside, guys, look at this godly, immaculate card. And there's more to come like this. Eric is the devil, man. It's unbelievable. It's stunning. I had to choose because he's done a few. And it takes him about 2 days per card is what he told me. And I'm going to do an interview too. I wanted to give him a proper reveal, but he's been traveling a bit. He hasn't had time for the interview questions yet. We're going to do a written Q&A. You're going to learn all about Atlas, where he got his inspiration from, how he became such a great painter. But, I mean, guys, this is the best of the best. It's unbelievable. I actually showed it. I don't know if I should say who I showed it to. I showed it to one of the other artists in Sorcery, and this person lost their mind. They're like, this guy needs to be signed by Eric immediately. That is unbelievable. And to get that kind of praise from a thriving, accomplished artist in Sorcery, it's high praise. I mean, that's one of his peers. Look, I'm just like a Mama Luke on the internet. You know? I just like pretty things. I admire great talent, great skill. But that's it, man. It's not Sorcery, Barber. It's only. Sorry. It's a brilliant artist that was discovered who graciously agreed to paint Sorcery altars. So it's a regular card. It's actually the Royal Bodyguard. He pulled it in a box I sent him. He's like, I got a few ideas for some of these cards. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to give you any ideas. You do whatever comes to mind. Go check him out. Atlas Thorn on Instagram. Look at some of the godly work that he's done so far. You will be absolutely blown away and amazed. It's on. So he's done it. He's been doing it on Magic cards. And I was like, man, you have no idea how passionate the Sorcery contested realm art community is. And I want you to be the most successful artist I've ever seen in my life because, dude, you freaking deserve it. The sleeve is not cooperating. So I finally convinced him. And I'm going to delicately slide this on. He graciously agreed to do a few. And we say, we'll test it out. We'll run it for auction. We'll give the Sorcery fans a chance. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how much interest there is. This is one of a few. You guys, I picked this one because of its historical significance. We just talked about the Velasquez painting, the significance of the Royal Bodyguard concept by Liz Danforth and why she did this one, why Atlas did this one. And there's some others that are just as great in a different way, you know? But I wanted his debut to be with a significant, beautiful card. On top of that, it looks like it has the Arthurian theme with the king and the warrior princess. It's perfectly fitting. It's just absolutely amazing. I don't even know if he knows about the Arthurian Legends set. He just saw a handful of cards. He had a vision. He's like, Mike, we'll start with these. We'll see if people are into this stuff. Take it one step at a time. And it's a big step, guys. The guy is going to be a legend. I can feel it. Let me just, before we sign off here, let's do it some justice and take a quick look at his Instagram page. All right? I want to show you guys, and you should go look on your own too, and really take the time to appreciate the master's work. All right, so we're going to go to Atlas Thorn, just like it sounds, Atlas Thorn Art. And we're going to go to his website here, atlasthorn.com. This is his latest auction. He's been auctioning on eBay. And there's a few pieces here that are just really incredible. All of them have this brilliant finish quality, right? And you just get an appreciation for the detail, the lighting, just like the picturesque nature of it. He loves painting animals. He does these beautiful things. I mean, look at the realism. It looks like a real cat. I was like, dude, is that really painted? Come on. Come on now. Looks like a picture. Just scrolling through. There you go. How about that one, Dan? How would you like to have this frog in your Frogman collection? Stunning. Look at it. Touching. He does frogs. He does animals beautifully. He does wizard cats shooting beams of lightning. The guy, there's nothing this man can't do. Beautiful underwater sea creatures. I mean, half of these could be used for sorcery right out of the gate. You know? What if that was drown? Doesn't look like she's drowning. She looks like she's doing just fine. Look at this. Pirate ship. You know? Alternate art. Curio. The guy was born to paint. And thank God he discovered his talent. There you go, Dan. You could tell his heart's into it. It's the greatest altars I've ever seen. You know? Elvira has some insane stuff. Kyle, Marta, and Atlas. Those are the four. You know? It doesn't get better. Every single one just blows you away in a different way. Look at this. Just like my 3-year-old who stays up till 11:30. She out-awakes me, which is almost impossible. Gorgeous. I could go on. I could look at this all day. But, alas, we've been going for almost 2 hours, guys. You hung in there. We had fun. We admired great art like we always do. And you guys are going to be so blown away by what's to come. This is just the first inning. We're going to keep looking. We're going to keep discovering the greats. We're going to give them a platform and show them how much we appreciate their work. So if you guys want to message Atlas on Instagram, whatever you want to do, shoot him a message. Tell him, hey, I saw your first sorcery altar, and you're the GOAT. Tell him what you think. You know? Tell him what you think. I don't know if he joined the Facebook group. Maybe he's not a Facebook guy. I don't know if I've seen him on Facebook. He might not even have seen like any of my auctions, really. I just talked to him a bunch, and I was like, dude, I'm not just kissing your ass. Like, you're freaking God. You're like a god to me. Unbelievable. I just want all your stuff. I don't even want to sell it or ship it to anybody. That's how I feel about the paintings that I really love. I want to keep them all, but, you know, it's about the platform. It's about the opportunity. So, I got to see you, Timbo. I got to call it to you guys. I appreciate you hanging in there for 2 hours. We had like 50 to 60 people throughout most of the night. It was a lot of fun. And it's great to see the excitement for the great Atlas's work. I'll get a nice picture up there. And it's just an exciting moment. The next chapter of Collector Arthouse and the journey with the great artists of sorcery and the great traditional hand-painted artists of the world. Hopefully we continue to support great artists, be a great advocate, and see how far we can take it. You know, just enjoy the ride, enjoy collecting, and admiring great art in this great game of sorcery. Eric, Troll, Devil, Short Printer, Master Manipulator. Just kidding. He's trolling us, though. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about it. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Spread the great word of Atlas. Go check out his work. coming real soon. Thanks for hanging out. Take care.